Hi, I am Sonia Ward from Harmony Success Solutions. It's been a minute since we've gotten together. I've not been viral lately. I've been really busy, and I do apologize for that because I really do like to get together to talk to you about the things that land on my spirit and the things that I'm passionate about and things that I think that have been helpful to me that can be helpful to you. What's been going on with me? I am in school. I'm one that will be a student for life. I believe that learning is journey and that we should all continue to educate ourselves and to grow, to think and to grow rich. It's a book too. But I think it's important to continue to learn, think, and grow. And so if you are not in school, I think it would be good for you to take classes or to enroll in school and continue to learn new and exciting things. The other part is that I am recuperating from surgery, and so I'm dealing with a great deal of swelling and edema, and it hurts, and at nighttime I swell, and during the daytime sometimes I feel better. Midday it gets a little funky for me. But one of the things I found out through my blood work is that I was iron deficient, and if you know anything about that, it slows down the healing process. So if your blood is low, you need to understand that healing takes a little longer. So I am taking iron 3 times a day, and hopefully that will be very instrumental in my healing process. Pray for me. Thank you in advance, because I know you will, because you're just a wonderful group of people. I just know it. At any rate, what's in the think tank today? For the last couple of weeks, I've been tossing the word around elevation and promotion. Why? Because most of my clients want to experience success. That's why they come to me as a success coach, to help them align their vision, their dreams and their visions, along with practical application skills that will take them from the point of concept to delivery. Okay, so what happens after delivery? After delivery, you want to know that everything that you worked hard to do will amount to something. The word says that your gift will make room for you, and so making room for you means that you can leverage a career off of your talents, your skills, and your abilities, and that you will earn a salary doing so, and that you should have a comfortable life and experience success. But what is success? What does success mean? And what do we use as a measure of success in our personal life? Well, here's what I say to that. It's about personal perception. We cannot wait for other people to validate us or to esteem us or to elevate or promote us. We need to understand that we are constantly growing and evolving each and every day. Each hour, each moment, each second in the day, we are growing. If we were not, we would no longer exist. It's like water. I always use this example. Water is something that is life. You drink it. It sustains you. You use it, it cleans you. It has purpose. But if water is stagnant, after a while it will develop bacteria and will be useless for anyone. No one will be able to use it. Well, here's the thing with you. If you become stagnant, you're useless, you know? But as long as you're continuing to grow and to do and to plug and to plant, you can expect a harvest season to come. The premise of this discussion today is really about personal perception. Do we need to know that because of our efforts, someone else comes along and elevates us and promotes us? For example, on a job, you work, you do projects, you do extra projects, you meet your goals, you push your organization into success, you have trackable and measurable efforts and contributions that channel back to the fact that you made it happen, and so now you're being recognized for it and you're being made to be successful. Beautiful. That is the way that it works. That's the way of the world. And we all want to be recognized for our efforts and our deeds. That's why we work harder, so that we can be rewarded for what we do. It says that a workman is worthy of his hire, you know. So whatever you do, you're worthy to be compensated for it. And when you go above and beyond, obviously it is human nature to want that recognition as well, if not promotion for it eventually. But what happens when your situation is not where you reap suddenly results, but you've got to just keep believing and trusting and going? You need to understand and be able to recognize the little things, the small successes, the successes in between, the milestones, the things that are taking place that absolutely spell results that you may be overlooking. Because sometimes we're so hard on ourselves that we don't realize and recognize that, hey, I was successful because, number one, I wrote the vision down and made it plain. It's no longer in my head. That's my first success. That's my first milestone. And the steps in between that, not only did I write the vision down and make it plain and believe for provision, I began to tap into resources and to network and to put together a process and a plan and a protocol, and that's done. And that is my next level of success. You've got to reward yourself. Your personal perception has to be something that comes from you. You need to look at yourself, create a profile for yourself where you are today and where you like to be. And then you need to track everything that you're doing in between so that you can go back and remind yourself how far you've come and how close you're getting to exponential success. I know we all want that exponential success. If we're singers, we want to be stars. If we are athletes, we want to be world-renowned athletes. And if we're models, we want our face on the cover of the magazine. If we are, doctors, we want the opportunity to save a life. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we're lawyers, we want to win a huge case, not just the simple stuff. So wanting that, there's nothing wrong with it. We work hard so that we can make a difference in this life, and that's okay. But you need to understand when your situation doesn't necessarily warrant the huge exponential success, it does not mean that you're not successful. Success comes from a very personal place, and you got to decide within yourself, what does that look like for me? And once you know what that looks like for you, don't let anyone distract you. Come along and say, if you're an entrepreneur, why don't you get a job? You haven't worked in a year. You haven't worked in 2 years. Why don't you do X, Y, and Z? No, stick to the plan. You have a God who is here to help you, to grow you, to guide you, to direct you, to protect you. You understand? He's the one that said, write the vision down and make it plain, and he'll send provision for the vision. So boom, you're going to stick to the plan. It doesn't mean that you need to be foolish and say that, I expect to be able to maintain my overhead by doing nothing. You got to have a plan, so that plan may mean that I will work full-time during the day or at night, whatever, while I work my business in opposing hours. Or I will work part-time to sustain myself. Or I will take a small business loan. Or whatever it is, you've got to have a plan that makes sense and that's realistic. You can't be in la-la land and say, well, my mortgage will get paid, my car note will get handled, my kids will be clothed and fed, because God said there's provision for the vision. No. Wisdom, okay? Now, when you create your plan has to sustain your lifestyle and be conducive to making sure that the vision comes into fruition and that it manifests. So that plan has to embody your life, mind, body, and spirit. Incorporate your family, your social network, your church, your business, your work, whatever it is. You got to do these things in wisdom. But what I'm talking about today, I want to get back and not get away from the main point, is personal perception. You've got to know that you know who you are and where you are, and that you've got plans and you've got a vision, and that you trust God, and that you're noting what you're going to do towards the finish line so that you can see the success on the way. The closer you get, the more you'll know that you are disciplined and practicing perfection, and that you're walking in the spirit of excellence, and that you will be rewarded. But in the meantime, be rewarded by the fact that you're simply successful. Success is personal. It's not something that you should ever allow anyone to define for you. It is something that you need to define for yourself. I cannot stress that enough. It's so important. Success is something that you define for yourself, and understand that the enemy is at large trying to derail you, trying to knock you off your game, trying to keep you from believing in yourself, trying to lower your esteem, trying to break your godly confidence, trying to break your godly connection, trying to use those that you love, the people around you, to destroy you, to break you, to trip you up, to trample on you. Whatever he can do, he's going to do it. Because at the end of the day, the whole goal, we need to understand how we got here. You understand that the enemy is the prince of the air, and he is here to try to keep us from being prosperous and productive. His whole goal is to prove to God that we don't love him, and that we don't believe him, and that we won't listen to them, and that we're nothing but sinners who love sin and don't want to listen and don't walk in obedience. But you have to just remember that you were sent here with a purpose, and that you are to occupy until the coming of Christ, and that you got work to do, and that your purpose resides in God's purpose, and that his purpose is to prosper you and not to harm you. You understand that? So as you're doing all that you're doing, keep your faith system intact. Keep your belief system intact. Don't get distracted by outside forces. Don't allow people to get into your ear gate and penetrate to your spirit and destroy your mind by telling you you are not who you are, you cannot do what you want and are supposed to do, and that this is impossible and that's impossible. You're not equipped, you're not educated, you're not trained, you're not called, you're not anointed, you're not appointed, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I have choice words for stuff like that, but I'm going to hold my tongue. Anyways, again, I'm Sonya Ward from Harmony Success Solutions. Today's discussion is about personal perception in the pursuit of success, and an understanding that success is something that you define for yourself, and that you are successful each and every day so long as you are active and productive towards the mark. So, in closing, I'll say, if you need a visual, think of a runner on a field, running track. He doesn't just get up and run. He gets on his mark. He gets set. And then, he jets. Okay? So that's what you need to do. You need to get on your mark, get set, and then you can go. Get on your mark, get set, and then you can go. Getting on your mark is writing the vision down and making it plain. Getting set is putting the plans together and the process and the protocol and being patient with yourself and rewarding yourself and telling yourself and affirming to yourself that you are getting closer to your goals and that you're experiencing success. You feel good about it, you want to celebrate it, and you can have your time to celebrate personally and to celebrate with others. But again, don't let others define your success, and don't let them be the only thing that validates you, so that when they're not doing it, you feel like, I'm losing, I'm not winning. I'm failing, I'm not succeeding. I'm invisible. No one can see my greatness. Don't do that to yourself. Don't allow yourself to become depressed simply because someone is not there telling you, woo, girl, did you lose weight? No. You know that you have your nutritional plan, you're exercising, and it doesn't matter if you lost 1 pound or 1 ounce. 1 ounce or 1/8 of an ounce is success towards the greater goal and your greater good. Okay? Understand that. One of the things I did a lot of things to lose weight, and I'm losing weight, and I'll share more and tell you all about it. But one of the best things that I did for myself is said, I am going to be patient with myself and with my process, and I'm going to do it my way, and it's personal, and if I decide to share, I share. But at the end of the day, the only reason why I'm sharing is because I know that whatever I go through, somebody else is going through. And I believe that testimony, the power of my testimony and transparency, is deliverance not only for you, but also for me. I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subbing my channel, for stopping by. And we'll be talking soon. God bless you. For now, take care. Again, I am Sonya Ward from Harmony Success Solutions. Find me at www.harmonysuccess.com. If you have questions, feel free to email me directly. I am at sonyaruward@gmail.com. That is SONYARUWARD@gmail.com. Love you to pieces. Love you to life. And I hope you love me back.